Morning. In the last class, we had just started collection of data, chapter 2. So let us continue. What is collection of data? So collection of data relates to collection of statistical data. It may be a financial data, it can be a numerical data, it can be a data related to population, it can be a data related to marks of students in a class or examination. So these all are related to data. They are collected in different forms. There are different ways of collection of data. So let us continue. In the previous chapter, you have read about what is economics. You also studied about role and importance of statistics in economics. In this chapter, you will study the sources of data and mode of collection of data or data collection. So various modes, how do we collect data, what are the sources of data. The purpose of collection of data is to show evidence for reaching a sound and clear solution to a problem. So whenever we solve a problem with the help of some information, that information is in the form of a data. Or whenever we have a solution to a problem, so that particular solution to a problem is also derived out of data, which is due to some experiment or which is due to some research also. In economics, you often come across a statement like, after many fluctuations, the output of food grains rose to 132 million tons in 1978-79 from 108 million tons in 1970-71, but fell to 108 million tons in 1979-80. Production of food grains then rose continuously to 252 million tons in 2015-16 and touched 272 million tons in 2016-17. So these are some fluctuations of data or information given in the form of a data. In this statement, you can observe that food grains production in different years do not remain the same. It varies from year to year and from crop to crop. As these values vary, they are called variable. So whichever information varies or changes, they are called variable, because the production of food grain is changing from one time to another. It is a variable data. The variables are generally represented by letters x, y or z, which each value of a variable is an observation. For example, the food grain production in India varies between 108 million tons in 1970-71 to 272 million tons in 2016-17, as shown in the following table. So you can see this table. The years are represented by variable x, and the production of food grain in India in million tons represented by variable y. So x and y are variables. Why they are variables? Because they vary or change. X also changes. X is time, which changes from 1970-71 to 78-79, and thus it changes till 2016-17. Similarly, y is also a variable, which is food grain production, changes from 108 million tons to 272 million tons. So the value of these variables x and y are the data from which we can obtain information about the production of food grains in India. To know the fluctuations in food grains production, we need the data on production of food grains in India for various years. Data is a tool which helps in understanding problems by providing information. So data is an information. It is in the form of a number generally. It can also be in the form of a qualitative data, not in the form of a number. So this helps to understand the problem. For example, data, if we see the literacy rate of different states, that will be in the form of numbers only or percentage only. That is also a data. So they can be shown in the form of numbers, and if that particular literacy rate is higher in some state, that is a comfortable position. If that percentage is lower in some state, that is a problem or a situation which should be improved. You must be wondering where do data come from and how do we collect these. In the following sections, we discuss the types of data, method and instrument of data collection, and sources of obtaining data. In this chapter, we will read about collection of data. Sources means from where we get data, and what are the methods of collection of data. First, what are the sources of data or different sources of data? Statistical data can be obtained from two sources. The researcher may collect the data by conducting an inquiry. So, when you ask question to somebody, that question is called inquiry. The purpose for asking the question is collection of data. For example, during census, if people have to collect data regarding population, they will ask question. What question they will ask? A simple question can be, what is your name, what is your age, what is your income. These are some of the data. Then address is also a data which is not numerical, but it is a qualitative data. So these can be collected. The researchers, that means the person who wants to collect data, such data are called primary data. So when data or information is collected in first hand directly from that person who is responding, that data is called first hand data. So the reporters of the newspaper are actually collecting first hand data because they are directly inquiring or asking question to the respondent who is asking. So they are primary data. And if you get any data which is already complete, that is secondary data. So they are primary data as they are based on first hand information. Suppose you want to know about popularity of a film star among school students. For this, you will have to inquire from large number of school students by asking question from them to collect the desired information. So information or data is collected by asking some question. There are some preset questions, or there are some standard questions which are asked to everybody, and everybody asked to different people, and everybody responds to the questions they are asked, and by answering the question they are providing the data. The data you get is an example of primary data. So when you are asking, or when a person is asking, they are having the primary data. Then there are secondary data also. If the data have been collected and processed, scrutinized and tabulated, that means after collection of data, suppose the data regarding marks of a class, when they are arranged according to subjects, according to number of students in roll number, this is a secondary data. The scrutinized and tabulated by some other agency, they are called secondary data. They can be obtained either from published sources such as government reports, documents, newspapers, books written by economists, or from any other source. So normally we get data from the secondary sources. That means the news that we watch on the television or read in the newspaper, that is actually a secondary data because it has been collected by the press reporters, then they have been compiled and written and then printed. So they are having the primary data, and then primary data is processed by them and converted into a printed form, that is a secondary data. So any book which is published, that is also a secondary data. Newspaper obviously are secondary data. News that we watch or a video we watch on the channels are secondary data. So example, a website is also secondary data in which information is fed. Thus the data are primary to the source that collect and processes them for first time, and secondary for all sources that later use such data. Use of secondary data saves time and cost. So we all know that if you want to get a news, if you watch the television or read the newspaper, the data you will observe that will be easy for you to get, because you are not having any inquiry, you are not going to a place to get the information. The information is already collected and processed and printed by somebody else. So it is easy. Getting a primary data is not easy, because a person has to individually ask questions to the people and get the information. Use of secondary data saves time and cost. For example, after collecting the data on popularity of the film star among students, you publish a report. If somebody uses the data collected by you for similar study, it becomes secondary data. So when you are using that printed form report for your work, you are using a secondary data. So many people are using secondary data. While we study, we are using secondary data. For examination purposes, student use secondary data because they get the data which is already printed in the books. But the newspaper reporters are getting primary data. People who are collecting data for census, they are having primary data. How do we collect data? So this is the classification of data, primary and secondary data, types of data. So you can read in your book also, sources of data, primary and secondary. Now collection of data, methods of collection. Do you know how a manufacturer decides about a product, or how a political party decides about a candidate? They conduct a survey asking question about a particular product or candidate from a large group of people. The purpose of survey is to describe some characteristics like price, quality, usefulness in case of product. So if you are having this type of questions, somebody asks you this type of questions, probably they are a person from a company or any research agency who are conducting survey on a product. So which product do you use, why do you like that product, what is the price of that product? These are some questions related to a product. And related to popularity, because in times of elections or before elections, many news channels also get these type of data. They have surveys, and through surveys they get these type of data regarding popularity of a candidate in terms of election. So during elections you will also read or come to know about some information that this particular person is liked by people as a prime minister, this particular person is liked by people as a chief minister. So who is the most popular chief minister, who is the most popular prime minister of the world, who is the popular MP, all these things are asked, and these are primary data. So in case of person, this could be question regarding honesty of a person, loyalty of a person. The purpose of survey. Now survey is also important term. Survey is to collect data. Survey is the method in which questions is asked to many people to get some information. So you can write this also in your copy. Survey is a method of gathering information from individuals. So when we conduct survey, that means when we ask questions to people to get some information, it is called survey. So this is all about today. With this we conclude the class today. In the next class we will understand preparation of a questionnaire, that is instrument, preparation of instrument, which includes preparation of questionnaire in which different questions are asked to collect data. Thank you.